This video is about angle bisectors. So relating back to perpendicular bisectors, if you remember, a bisector is going to be a straight line that cuts something, in this case an angle, exactly in half. So an angle bisector is going to take any given angle and it's going to add a new ray to that angle directly in the center of the angle. So let's do an example here. We're going to show two methods again. The first one is going to be using our protractor. Now an easy way is just to find the middle of this angle is we would just measure the angle and then cut it in half. So again, we'll use our protractor. We're going to put the protractor on there. The one ray that you're using on the bottom of the protractor, use that 0. So this time we're going to be measuring on the inside numbers. And we go up, and if I have that centered in, or put in the right space, here we have it on the vertex. I'm on 60 degrees. So half of 60 degrees is 30, which is here. So I put a mark when I'm there. And then I'm going to draw that line through and make a new ray, which is my bisector, cutting it exactly in half. So if we measured, this one would be 30 degrees, 30 degrees. So they're two equal angles. Now the labeling for this, for the bisector, is you're going to put little circle down in each side saying this angle that contains a circle and then a matching circle, they're the same angles. Now one other thing we want to label, of course, is, so we've got angle ABC here. Angle ABC was 60 degrees. And then a way to check ourselves to make sure in the end, we better make sure this is 30. And I could place this on here, putting it in the right spot, and make sure that yes, it reads 30 for both sides. Let's try that again. So here we have angle DEF. Let's see how many degrees this one is. If I come around again from this 0, 80 back to 78 degrees, 78 degrees. Now half of 78 is going to be 39. So I'm going to put this back on here properly where it goes. And I'm going to measure in 30. There's 40, back 1, 39. 39 degrees, 39 degrees. And then I'm going to use my vertex on one end of the new ray, and my bisector goes in. And now these are equal. I'm going to put that there. Here we have GHI. Let's measure this one. So now we're starting at 0 and we go up and it's right on 50. So half of 50, 25, which is right here, 25. And then I take that on my vertex and I lay it on my little new mark there to draw my bisector, make it a ray. So these are 25 degrees and 25 degrees, and then these are equal. So I put those there. GHI equaled 50 degrees. Okay, JKL. Okay, so this one, if I put it on there properly on a 0, go around, it's 120. Half of 120 is 60. I put my mark there, put my line there, draw it down. There's my new ray, which is my bisector. Equal, those are both 60. So angle JKL equals 120 degrees. A couple more here. Keep going, same steps every time. Read what it is, comes here at 70. Okay, so half of 70 is 35. There's 35. Okay, angle MNO equals 70 degrees. And now I'm going to put that through there. There's my new bisector, the new ray. Okay, they're equal. Put them there, 35 degrees on each side. All right, there's another one finished. Okay, here's another one, PQR. So I'm going to measure the angle, which looks to me like it goes to 110 degrees. So half of 110 is going to be 55, 155. So I'm going to mark that bisector here. Okay, equal. So I went 55 on each side because we were 110, 55 degrees. Angle PQR, 110 degrees. All right, one final one here. Now this one, trying to get all tricky on you here. This one's a reflex angle, as you can see. So again, I didn't mention this earlier, but the side of the angle, right, we have a full circle here of angles, but we're using the one that's labeled that we want to do. So on this one, it's a reflex. So it's over 180 degrees. So this is simpler than it looks. We're not going to waste our time and try and, because you put this on here, right? then it only goes to 180, but it's over 180. So what are we going to do? Easy. We know that a full circle is 360, so I'm just going to measure the degrees that we don't want and subtract that from 360. So we put our protractor on there. We measure it over, it's 120. So 360 subtract 120 means this angle out here, okay, is going to be 240 degrees. So this is 240. So angle STU, hello angle Stu, that's going to be 240 degrees. Now what's half of 240? Cut that in half, that's 120. So I can go back on here. I can measure 120 degrees. So this, again, we're on this 0, 120 is right here. And I can now put my bisector through on this one. There's my bisector, boom, boom. So this whole thing was 240, so each side is 120 degrees. Perfect. All right, so that's using method number 1, which is a protractor. Once again, method number 2 is going to use a compass. And so we're going to use a compass on this one. Now this is my favorite way to do these. 2 steps. So you're going to take your compass and you're going to spread it. Now it doesn't really matter. It obviously needs to end on the ray here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to put a mark there. I'm on the vertex with my point. I put a little arc without changing the spread of this. I'm going to put a mark on this side. Okay, I have 2 new little arches on there. Now where those 2 intersect, I now switch and I put my point to this one. And out in the middle of the angle that I am bisecting, I put my little arch out there. And then I switch to this side and I go out here. Now I have an X there and I have my vertex, and that's what I'm going to use to draw my line through. Okay, I make sure I'm lined up and I put it there. Now we can double check and make sure. Let's see what this is here. So that's right on the 40 and this is right on the 80. So 40 is half of 80, boom, boom. 40 degrees, 40 degrees. Okay, those are there. So it works perfectly, it's so easy. 2 little steps and you're done. Let's try another one here. So again, I'm just gonna leave it right where it is. On the vertex, put a mark there, put a mark here, switch. Now again, once we're here, we don't wanna switch the spread of our compass. Go back to this point and there we go. So again, I'm gonna lay this down, coming through there. Now I feel like the compass way is the easiest of the 2. There we go. Do it one more time. Okay, on the vertex, draw my line, switch. Draw my line, switch on this side, draw my line, and there's my X again. I'm gonna draw my line through here. Okay, put an arrow on it. There's my new bisector, and those are equal. All right, last one. So this one is an obtuse angle, greater than 90, but it works the same. Okay, I'm gonna put on the vertex and get my lines on there, move out to there, and I'm going to get a line out there. Now, this isn't spread very wide. We'll see how this works here. It's still gonna work. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna draw that line through there. All right, there we have it. So that's angle bisectors, 2 methods. Please watch it again if you have any questions.